What is he trying to tell us? And I'm not saying Donald Trump is secretly gay. It doesn't look like much of a secret. No, I'm kidding. No. I don't think he is gay. Quite the contrary. I think the message to his manosphere is that he's so masculine that he can literally jerk off two guys at once while dancing to the Village People and still be considered a masculine icon. I mean...
Yeah, the stock market lost $5 trillion in 3 weeks. Yes, Trump, he's the boss of the economy. Wow, $5 trillion. Today, Greenland offered to buy the US. Having Trump run the economy is like giving a toddler the nuclear codes, except the toddler might have better instincts. And Bill Maher? Oh, he's not holding back in this wild rant. Maher tears into Trump's so-called business skills, showing how the economy crashed the second he took control. From crazy policy changes to sucking up to billionaires, Maher has proof. And trust me, it's brutal.
The stock market stock market has lost $5 trillion in 3 weeks. Yes, Trump, he's the Ozempic of the economy. Wow. $5 trillion. Today, Greenland offered to buy us.
Did Trump really think failing at casinos was training for wrecking America? Stay tuned, because Maher's jokes hit harder than inflation under Trump's rule. You won't believe what he says next. One thing we've known about Trump for a while is that he doesn't like the countries we usually get along with, like England and France, but he does like the ones we usually don't, like Saudi Arabia and Russia. For example, there's the old Soviet Union. He always says, "Thank you." Europe? Your ancestors left for a reason, he jokes. If there's one thing Trump loves more than putting his name on cheap steaks, shady schools, and gold toilets.
Next.
One thing we've known about Trump for quite a while is that in the world, the countries that we traditionally liked, like England and France, those kind of places, he doesn't really like. And the people that we traditionally didn't like Saudi Arabia and Russia, he likes. For example, there's I'm sticking with the Union, the former Soviet Union. Unlike some people, he always says thank you. Europe, your ancestors left for a reason.
It's pretending he knows about the economy. But according to Bill Maher, the only numbers Trump is good at are his golf scores, and even those seem fake. Because once Trump got his little ketchup-stained fingers on the economy, things didn't just go downhill, they flew off a cliff, just like his bankrupt casinos.
Let's talk about how the Republicans have changed.
Oh.
You said in your special, Trump got the White House again, but he's not going to get your mind.
Yeah.
How's that resolution holding up?
Not that well. I gotta say it lasted. Yeah. I also said I wouldn't pre-hate anything, which is true. I didn't pre-hate, but boy, does the hate come around quickly. Mm-hmm. I mean, has it been only a month? Yeah.
It's been 1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
I mean, I made a list. Like, here's what I already hate. Here's things I don't hate yet. There are things that, like, the idea that Gaza could be Dubai instead of this hellhole that it's been. Other people have suggested that by way of us taking it over. No. Starting a new American empire. No, this insanity of Zelensky as the dictator and
outrageous
this opposite day kind of shit with the Western Alliance. So that resolution is being bad.
Let's talk about how the Republicans have changed. Oh, you said you're special? Trump got the White House again, but not your mind. How's that resolution holding up? Not well. Got to admit, I said I wouldn't hate anything early, and that's true. I didn't hate ahead of time. But wow, did it come fast. It's only been a month. Yep, just 1 month. I even made a list. Things I hate already, things I don't hate yet. There's this idea that Gaza could be like Dubai instead of the mess it is now. Some say we should take it over and build a new empire. No way. Then there's the crazy claim that Zelensky is a dictator. Everything is backwards now. So much for that resolution. If you're enjoying, Please subscribe.
Yes, it turns out that the stock market has really kind of rejected the notion that if we turn on our trading partners, chickens would lay more eggs. Yeah, I mean, when Biden was president, it was everything about the eggs, the price of eggs. We got to lower the price of eggs. And now Trump retweeted somebody last week who said, "Shut up about the eggs."
Subscribe.
And then
Maher didn't waste time calling out the mess Trump made of the economy. You know, that time when giving tax breaks to billionaires was supposed to help regular people, but instead it just gave Jeff Bezos more yachts while normal folks struggled to buy gas. Because let's be honest, when a guy who has failed at multiple businesses says he'll fix the economy, maybe don't believe him. That's like trusting a raccoon to guard your lunch. Trump says, "I like reading as little as possible. I don't need 200-page reports when it can be one page." He's actually proud of making decisions without learning anything, which makes him the perfect president for a country.
Trump says, "I like reading as little as possible. I don't need, 200-page reports on something that can be handled on a page." He's actually proud that he makes decisions without learning anything, which makes him the perfect president for a nation perpetually looking at its phone.
of course,
What he's trying to tell us by continuing to do this dance. And now, making YMCA his anthem. Watch out for
Reality.
Canada, the quiet, polite neighbor you never suspect. I want you to cut dictators some slack.
Perfect president for a country
Maher.
glued to its phones. Trump swore the economy was booming under him. And sure it was for hedge fund managers, corporate CEOs, and anyone selling MAGA hats outside his rallies. But for everyone else, wages were stuck, healthcare costs shot up, and rent skyrocketed faster than Trump's legal bills. But to him, everything was perfect, amazing, the best economy ever. Kind of like how he says he's the fittest president ever, right before scarfing down a cheeseburger with his bare hands like a raccoon in a dumpster. Watch out for Canada, the quiet neighbor you'd never suspect. I want you to cut dictators some slack, Trump says.
And Americans are like, but we need eggs. What else are we going to throw at the Teslas? But you know what? $5 trillion in 3 weeks, and we have only ourselves to blame. Trump said this would happen if we re-elected Biden. Oh, wait, that didn't happen. No, this is happening because Trump wants to bring back manufacturing, and to get the ball rolling, he is manufacturing a
Trump
recession.
says. Maher rips into Trump's failed economic ideas, showing how he ran the US like he ran his casinos, straight into bankruptcy. The man lost money running a casino. That's like failing a breathalyzer at an oxygen bar. It takes real talent to turn a business built to print money into a disaster. And somehow, he brought that same genius to America's economy. The result? Skyrocketing national debt, rising costs, and enough financial chaos to make a stockbroker cry. Let's talk about those famous tax cuts. Oh, Trump said they'd be great for the middle class. Spoiler, they weren't. Because in Trump's world, middle class means anyone with at least one private jet. He handed tax breaks to billionaires like they were coupons at a failing casino. Meanwhile, the average person got just enough of a break to buy an extra pack of ramen. But don't worry, Trump promised the money would trickle down eventually, just like Trump University was supposed to provide a real education. Reality check, corporations used their tax savings for stock buybacks, not better wages. Meanwhile, regular people saw their tax
He
refunds
plays, let's spin the big tariff wheel. Woo! Round and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And every day, Trump puts these amazingly large tariffs on other countries, and when the countries respond with their tariffs, he acts shocked at their disrespect. How dare you do to me what I just did to you?
Shrink like a cheap shirt in the wash. But hey, Trump made sure billionaires could keep dodging taxes through loopholes big enough to drive a gold-plated limo through. And don't forget, those cuts weren't even permanent for the middle class. By 2027, they'll be paying more while the rich keep cashing in. Classic Trump: sell the dream, take the cash, and leave the mess for someone else to clean up. Bill Maher had a field day with Trump's obsession with the stock market. To Trump, if the Dow Jones was up, the economy was great. But here's the thing, the stock market isn't the economy. That's like saying your Instagram likes determine your health. Just because rich people were making more money didn't mean regular people were doing better. Wages were stuck, healthcare was a nightmare, and housing costs were insane. But Trump kept pointing at the stock market like it was a magic scoreboard. And when it crashed, silence. Not a word, just tweets blaming someone else, because if Trump is good at one thing, it's avoiding responsibility. And then there was his trade war. Oh boy, watching Trump handle trade deals was like watching a guy haggle over bootleg DVDs in a parking lot. Maher didn't hold back, reminding everyone that Trump slapped tariffs on everything, thinking it was a good idea without knowing how tariffs actually work. The truth? When you tax imports, American businesses and shoppers pay the price. It's like setting your own house on fire and calling it a new heating system. But Trump called it a win, and his fans cheered. Meanwhile, farmers lost their businesses, companies struggled, and anyone who tried to explain basic economics to Trump got that classic blank stare, like a goldfish trying to do math. Of course, we have to talk about Trump's favorite topic, himself. According to him, no one had ever done a better job running the economy. Not Obama, not FDR, not even Alexander Hamilton, who literally created America's financial system. Just Trump, the guy who lost money selling vodka, ran an airline into the ground, and couldn't make a profit on a casino. But sure, he's the best businessman ever, and Americans, they just wanted eggs. But Trump said this would happen if Biden got re-elected. Oh wait, Biden didn't win yet. No, this is happening because Trump wants to bring back manufacturing. And to get started, he's manufacturing a recession. Maher didn't hold back on Trump's personal business failures either. Remember Trump Airlines? No, that's because it crashed faster than one of his press secretaries. How about Trump steaks, the best meat if you like chewing leather? And let's not forget Trump University, where people graduated with nothing but an empty wallet and a lesson in spotting scams.
The man
Yet
has collected
somehow,
marriages
Trump
like
still
limited
calls
edition
himself
trading cards,
self-made,
and with every new upgrade,
ignoring the
hair
millions
shall
he
expressions
inherited
more
and the many
frozen,
bailouts
and the
he got.
tolerance levels
Fast forward to
dangerously
now,
low.
what do we
and
have?
let's not forget
A
the
broken
time
economy,
Kimmel caught onto a bizarre
skyrocketing
moment
debt,
with Melania
and enough
and
financial
Gavin Newsom.
disasters to keep
After a
comedians
wildfire
busy for
briefing in
years.
California,
The
Melania
so-called
greeted the
business
governor
genius
with a
left
level
office
of
with
enthusiasm
record
rarely
deficits,
seen
a
in her
struggling middle
interactions with
class,
Trump.
and tax
Most
cuts
people just
that
drink
helped
their
the
drinks
rich
and
while
move
leaving
on with
everyone
their
else
lives,
in the
but
dust.
Trump?
Bill Maher summed it
he
up
made it a
best.
political issue.
Trump
There have been
treated
more body
America's
double
economy
conspiracy theories
like his
about
own
her than
personal
there were
toy.
exit strategies
Make
in
big
Trump's
promises,
business bank.
ignore warnings,
Because let's
and when
be
it
real, if
collapses,
there was
blame
ever a
someone
woman who
else.
looked like she outsourced
The
her
difference?
marriage duties, it's
This time,
she looks like
the
she's
victims
constantly
weren't just
buffering
casino
whenever he
investors,
speaks.
they were
Like
everyday
she's trying to
Americans.
load her when Melania dodged
Trump
Trump's
still
attempts
claims
to
he
hold
can
her
fix
hand.
the mess,
Who
never
knew
mind that
public
he made
rejection
it.
could be a recurring
Because
event
that's like an
at the White
arsonist
House?
asking
There's
to be the
book deal.
fire chief.
Melania, the woman who
His
spent
supporters
years
keep believing
perfecting
him,
the art
even
of
though
saying,
they got nothing
Kimmel
from his
quipped
first
that
term.
Melania might end up with
It's the ultimate
half of the nothing
scam,
he
break
owns
it,
now.
promise to
And
fix
the
it,
occasional
then break
look
it
from
again.
Melania
But
that
hey, who needs
screams,
facts when you
"Help
have slogans
me.
and
I've made a
scapegoats?
terrible